Thanks for tuning in again. This time I'm going to show you guys the true 200 FPS. I know the other videos I said I was going to show it, but I actually found out like probably a day after why it didn't work the way that I wanted it to. So now I have time, so I'm going to post this video. So right now I just double click Counter-Strike starting up. Let's go to the menu screen. Again, you want it to be in medium setting. This is on a Dell laptop, the XPS 9550. So I put everything in medium setting. As you can see, everything's in medium. And basically, in the medium setting, it's a little bit less of a requirement from the system than if it was a high standards. So we'll find a game. Again, we'll go casual because it places you in a game right away. And again, just to recap, the FPS is just, this is before you connect to the server. And again, this is independent of your ping. This is how fast your graphic cards will perform, versus ping is just your internet connection with the server. So what I realized was there's one big difference. It's because right now I'm actually recording this on my Note 3. This is not recorded from my computer. I used to have the recording, as you can see in my other videos, was from the computer itself. So what does that mean? That means that the computer is actually using its own graphic card to record. So you're using output from there. You're using your own computer to drive an application like what I was using, XSplit. XSplit is the recording tool I was using to broadcast to everyone. So you guys can see the gameplay. It's still running at 250 right now, which is a little bit higher than what I thought, especially on this GeForce Nvidia video card on the laptop of a Dell. So as the game starts, we'll just see what it looks like. Get in the sun a little bit. So let's look at this shotgun, the saw. Okay, so it's been 2 minutes, so let's show the difference between the FPS now. As you guys can see, it's at averaging 250. It's pretty steady, but actually my ping is pretty high right now. You can see that even at 250 frames, my ping was at averaging 70 to 100. That's because probably someone within the house is downloading. I think my cousin might be, or watching a video or something, whatever. So to prove to you guys that right now I am running nothing but Counter-Strike. So that's the number one thing. So if I minimize, to the home screen, I am running no other application than Counter-Strike. But if I was using the recording tool, which I always use, the XSplit broadcaster, I start it up now, then the frame rates will drop because it is using the computer's graphic card to record. So it makes sense now. I was a little bit like perplexed before. Why was it not running at 200 frames when I know that it can? But that's because I realized when I turned everything off and restarted the computer, I was running nothing but Counter-Strike, and it worked. Just takes a little time to log in. So okay, as you can see in this application, you see how like it made little windows within itself. That means that I'm ready to record. So let's say I'm recording this again, local recording. If I go to local recording, it's gonna say your recording has been started. That can focus. Your recording has been started. So now that has started, let's see the frame rates drop a little bit. Go back to Counter-Strike. And looking at the frames, there, it drops to 200 now, 200 steady. It was at 250, right? So again, this is just proof that if you run other applications, like let's say I think even YouTube will probably slow it down. I think the other day I had YouTube on and everything, like anything that uses your video card will drag it down a little bit, your frames per second. So now it's a little bit lower. Alright, so that's one thing. And the other thing is I'm broadcasting this through my monitor. I'm not using my Dell 4K laptop, 4K resolution laptop. So how that works is I'm going to actually put this output options to the digital television. Should bring it over. Oh man, built-in display. I'm so sorry. So built-in display. Let's try to bring up the game now. Well, actually, let's exit XSplit, because if you exit XSplit, the frame rate should go a little bit higher. Not focusing well. Okay, now we go back into the game. And we can see the frame rates now. Again, it went back up higher. And this is on my 4K resolution Dell laptop. So what I realized was it does matter what kind of what other applications you are using at the same time when you're running your computer games. You want to have a good gaming experience, so you would actually you would turn everything off except for the video game that you want to play. And lastly, just to recap, you will want the latest drivers. So let me broadcast this back on my monitor. It just looks better because it's a bigger screen. So let it focus again. Alright, so you want to make sure everything is accordingly to what you have. So you have to set the graphics properties. Actually, this is the wrong one. This one here. You go to control panel. Again, I do have a GeForce in my laptop. And you do want to make sure everything is directed to your Nvidia processor and not your integrated graphics, your Nvidia processor. Make sure your video game is in your Nvidia processor. Or cancel this, you want to make changes? No, because it's already set there. So remember the other time in my other video, I said you have to update to the most current drivers. So to get to those drivers, you can watch my other video where you go to the manufacturer website and you would install the latest drivers. As you can see in the drivers tab, you will see that the most current update was in January 2016, version 361.75. So lastly, remember, I just want to do a quick recap on how to get your best gaming experience. For number one, there's a difference between your battery versus if you plugged in the power for your laptop. There are two different settings of how your graphics card will run. Number two, you want to get the latest drivers. Number three, you want to go to your settings. Again, the settings to make sure that everything is running off your graphics card. And making sure that the game settings that you put on Counter-Strike or any other game is within your preference, like medium or high standards. And make sure to turn off all your other softwares, like recording softwares, even like Internet Explorer, that might even affect it as well. And the last one is probably your screen. So sometimes playing off of like a high quality screen, like that has higher frame rates, will probably matter as well. Well, I hope you guys liked this short video. Let me know how you guys think, what you guys think, and leave some comments. Please subscribe. Thanks for your time. Have a nice day.